Coming up on this week's edition of NCBA's Cattlemen to Cattlemen.
Stewardship and conservation have long been a focus for America's farmers and ranchers. We're taking a closer look at the national winners of the Environmental Stewardship Award.
And now, NCBA's Cattlemen to Cattlemen.
Hello and welcome to NCBA's Cattlemen to Cattlemen. I'm Kevin Ochsner. For more than 3 decades, the Environmental Stewardship Award program, also known as ESAP, has recognized the nation's best operations for their conservation efforts. Each year, 7 regional winners are selected from across the country to showcase a diverse range of innovative practices in land, water, and wildlife management. One national winner is ultimately chosen from these standout stewards. And today, we're going to highlight some of those families who have been honored as the best of the best. So let's get started. The 2024 national winner is Downey Ranch of Kansas. Let's meet Barb Downey and Joe Carpenter and learn more about their family's commitment to conservation.
We are stewards of this. We've been entrusted with it. We want to make sure that what you see around here continues on. We want to improve it. And what we do every day, in some way, shape, or form, is in service to that mission. My name's Barb Downey. Together with my husband, Joe Carpenter, we operate Downey Ranch, Inc. It's a family-owned ranch run by myself, my husband, and our 2 daughters. And my father and I started Downey Ranch, and over the years we're able to afford to add more ground to it till you see what we have here today, which is about 6,000 acres of almost all native tallgrass prairie.
We are in the heart of the Flint Hills. It's the last original tallgrass prairie left in North America, and we are fortunate to be able to still have this remaining. The biggest challenge we have from an environmental standpoint is woody encroachment.
So cedar trees, they use a lot of water. If you start with 1, next thing you know you've got 20, and then pretty soon you have just a pasture of cedar trees with no water and no grass.
To manage against woody encroachment, it takes a lot of different things. We use a lot of prescribed fire. That's nature's way of doing it. Our grazing affects it a great deal, so we try to keep the grass in a healthy state. The basic premise that we have is that we will not be on a pasture longer than about 5 days. One of the things we're doing now is some ear tags that will track on a lifetime basis. They have a solar panel and report into a computer program so we can look at a map and see exactly where these animals have been.
The technology is in the early stages yet, but man, I have high hopes that it will make what we're doing out here easier, more productive, all because we're doing a better management job on their grazing behavior.
So we use bale rotational grazing in the winters. It saves us gas, it saves us diesel, it saves us time in moving those bales to another location only to be moved back to that location later in the winter.
After a bale grazing season, you really see what you've done on the land.
The results that we've experienced with bale grazing have been even better than we could have anticipated. It's been super productive for us, it's been super productive for our land, and it's saved us a lot of money. If our grasslands and our cattle and our ranch are thriving, our family thrives. And that's the foundation upon which everything we've built is laid.
I hope Downey Ranch continues forever. I think we have a really good thing going, and I can only expect that it's going to get better over time.
One thing to know about my family's operation is while they're always trying new things, they're always going to be doing the right thing. Everything is done thinking about the future instead of the short term.
This is our passion. We enjoy seeing it look as it should, as it has for 10,000 years, and being a part of the chain that has kept it looking like that.
The land is sometimes hard for a rancher to talk about because it's part of you. It's just who you are. It's your soul out here. Joe and I, we love this land. We've given our lives to it. Our kids will continue on.
In 2023, the national winner of the Environmental Stewardship Award was G-Bar Sea Ranch of Texas. Let's learn more about Meredith Ellis and her family.
Stewardship means to me that I'm a shepherd, and shepherding means to take care of all the living things that call this place home. No animal, plant, or insect is too insignificant for consideration. Hi, I'm Meredith Ellis of G-Bar Sea Ranch in Roston, Texas. My mom and dad started this ranch in the early 1980s. I'm in charge today along with our manager, Mike Knabe. We also have the third generation on the ranch, my son, GC. I'm not a public speaker. I'm an introvert, but whenever I go to share my story, I think of my son and I have this courage in me because it's not about me. It's about his future and what that's going to look like. Ruminant animals existing on the prairie are something that can live in great symbiosis and harmony with the natural ecosystem. And so far I've documented well over 510 different species that thrive on this ranch alongside grazing cattle. Part of the 5 principles of soil health is integrating livestock grazing, so it's okay to have them there, but you want to mimic a natural process of how the bison would migrate across the United States. And so that's where we will come in and fence off areas to where we would like to see more impact by the cattle or less impact by the cattle. Every day we are in the pasture monitoring what our cattle are grazing. We're making sure that balance is there between the cattle getting an equal benefit as to what the land is benefiting. It is because of cattle that our national grazing lands are as abundant and full of life as they are. We've participated in a number of different studies. One of them is the Ecosystem Services Market Consortium, which took some soil measurements around our ranch, and the outcome is pointing towards that we're sequestering 2,500 tons of CO2. So that's like taking 551 cars off the road every single year that I do ranching like I do. In everything that we do at the G-Bar Sea Ranch, we're committed to continually improving the environment in which our ranch operates. We're eager to be curious and explore and try new things. When I'm 99 years old, I will still be on my journey of learning. My conviction is to take care of this landscape and to protect it and make sure that it continues to be working lands. And it will continue to be a thriving, diverse community for all the living things, including cattle.
The Environmental Stewardship Award is given by the National Cattlemen's Beef Association and National Cattlemen's Foundation. It also wouldn't be possible without the generous sponsorship of the NRCS, Corteva Agriscience, and the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service. You can visit environmentalstewardship.org for more information. Still ahead on Cattlemen to Cattlemen, we'll introduce you to more national winners of the Environmental Stewardship Award. Their stories are just ahead. Stay with us.
You always know where this one is. But what about this one? Or this one? Imagine knowing your machines the way you know your cattle, where they are and what they need. Data like that could make a difference. You can make better decisions decisions for more efficiency, consistency, productivity. That's the power of technology. Get started with Operations Center today.
Join the National Cattlemen's Beef Association. There are big benefits to being a member. You'll get industry news in the National Cattlemen, email updates in the NCBA Beef Bulletin, plus discounts just for NCBA members. Join by calling 866-233-3872 or online at ncba.org.
Welcome back. Today, we're taking a closer look at some of the hard-working families who've been honored as national winners of the Environmental Stewardship Award. Let's head to Alabama and meet the 2022 winners, the Carter family.
Cattle and a clean environment go hand in hand. This place wouldn't be in the condition it's in and improving each year if it weren't for the cattle. Hi, I'm Will Carter from Carter Cattle Company and located in Pensacola, Alabama, just south of Montgomery. My ancestors settled on this farm around 1820, and we've been here ever since. I'm the 6th generation on this land, and my kids are the 7th. Merritt, my son, who is 12, and my daughter, Sarah Elizabeth, who is 14. They carry a lot of weight in doing the day-to-day chores, and we're thankful that they are active and that they are interested in carrying on this farm.
We also own a veterinary hospital, and the two of us are the primary veterinarians there. The hospital is a good launching point to talk to people about farming and ranching. We take that opportunity to teach them and tell them what we do, how we manage the land, how we manage cows. We welcome people to ask questions, whether it's at the clinic or at the farm. We enjoy that. We're located in the Pensacola watershed. Because the creek runs through the farm, it's really important for us to manage our land and our practices to protect that water source. We've started using electric fencing to fence out the creek and minimize the access that animals have to the creek. We've run new water lines and put in water troughs to provide a clean source of water for the cattle. It also allows us to rotationally graze.
Our business is based on growing grass. We use cattle to turn a low-quality product into a high-quality protein. So to manage our grasses effectively, we need adequate rest periods and we need even graze periods. By allowing an increased rest period with this land, that increases our organic matter significantly. So the more organic matter we can build, the more nutrients we can retain. We take fairly regular soil samples on our pasture land to make sure the nutrients are balanced, that we get adequate growth. We also keep grazing records on the cattle. It allows us to look back over a year and see where we need to adjust for the next grazing season.
I think we have embraced the calling of stewardship because we love the land. It's hard not to do something that you love, so it comes natural for us. Some days are hard, but you love what you do, and it's so worthwhile. And with stewardship, just some small practices. The things we do aren't hard, they aren't rocket science, but they make a big difference.
My hope for the future of Carter Cattle Company is that it will continue to grow and continue to improve the resources that we have been blessed to care for. You know, the saying is, we just borrow it from the next generation, and it's so true. We've got to take care of this place so that it can take care of us and the next generation and the next generation and the next generation.
Still to come on Cattlemen to Cattlemen, we'll meet a national ESAP winner from Utah. We'll have more right after this. Stay with us.
Cattle producers across the country work hard to care for their animals and their land. The USDA's Natural Resources Conservation Service is there to help. Find out how you can work with NRCS to develop a conservation plan for your operation. Find possible funding resources for implementing conservation practices, or get free expert advice on ways to improve your farm or ranch. Visit the website nrcs.usda.gov today.
Welcome back. Today, we're saluting some national winners of the Environmental Stewardship Award program, which has spent more than 3 decades honoring cattle producers for their outstanding work in caring for their land and their resources. Now, let's learn more about the 2021 winners, the Ferry family from Utah.
Sustainability is a process, and whatever happens tomorrow will be affected by what I do today. But if you are wise and listen to the land, it'll tell you what it can do. I'm John Ferry, J.Y. Ferry and Son, located here in northern Utah on the Bear River Delta. My great-grandfather immigrated here right after the railroad at the turn of the century. I'm 4th generation. I operate on our ranch with my brother, and I have a son who's coming along on the 5th generation.
Sustainability is a daily goal for our family, and sustainability to me means managing the resource in such a way that it's here for generations.
Our cow herd is wetland based, and the vegetation that's in the wetland is varied, but the one that's a challenge is a species called Phragmites. Phragmites is an invasive weed. The reason it's invasive because you cannot naturally control it. Historically, Phragmites has been controlled by herbicide, by spraying it to kill it. But we've discovered in our own operation that we can control Phragmites by grazing it.
For when you spray it, you kill everything. When you burn it, you kill everything. When you drought it, you kill everything. And we have been places where they haven't had cattle ever, and it is just a thick jungle mess of Phragmites. You can't walk through it. There's no habitat. No habitat whatsoever for anything, for any birds, or any ducks, or geese, or anything. And that's where we come in, because you have cattle that are trained, recognize what the plant is. They will graze on it, select it out, and all of a sudden you are turning a disaster into a grazing opportunity.
Phragmites pushes the birds out and the wildlife species that would traditionally use these wetland areas. And so by grazing it, what you do is you're pushing back. You're preventing it from spreading, because there are literally thousands of cattle now in the valley grazing on Phragmites every summer. And what we've been able to show is that done the right way, proper management of cattle in these wetland areas actually improves the wetlands.
We take it serious, the responsibility we have for the environment, for the legacy of the past, and for the future of this operation.
I'm constantly looking for opportunities to improve, to enhance what we have, because we have a beautiful resource here, and I love it. This is irreplaceable.
Every day I'm out on this place, I look at it and say, this is what my grandfather started. And I need to be able to proudly say that I did the best I could, took what was here, improved upon it, and passed it on.
Still to come on Cattlemen to Cattlemen, we'll highlight one more award-winning family. Stay with us.
Join the National Cattlemen's Beef Association. NCBA is the oldest and largest national cattle industry organization working to defend your interests in Washington, D.C. And there are big benefits to being a member. You'll get news you can use in the National Cattlemen, email updates in the NCBA Beef Bulletin, plus big discounts only for NCBA members. Join by calling 866-233-3872 or online at ncba.org.
CattleCon 2026 heads to the heart of Nashville, February 3rd to the 5th. It's the largest cattle industry event of the year. Plus, you can check out the huge NCBA trade show. Don't miss CattleCon 2026, February 3rd to the 5th. Visit convention.ncba.org for more.
Over the years, hundreds of cattle operations have been recognized as regional winners of the Environmental Stewardship Award. But a select few have the additional honor of being named national winners. Here's a look at the 2020 honoree.
When I think about what my great-grandfather and my grandfather would think now when they look down on us, I think they'd be proud. I think they would say that we've carried the family tradition forward of care of the land, care of the animals, and care of family. This ranch was purchased by my great-grandfather in 1929, and our family has been there 4 generations for Joey and I, and we're fortunate to have the 5th and 6th generations on the ranch with us, and our daughter, son-in-law, and our grandchildren.
The land in southeast Colorado where we live is fairly rough. It's semi-arid. We have periods of rain, and then we have periods of drought.
We're in an environment where we've got a lot of cactus, we've got minimal growth of forages, and we have to plan continuously how we can stockpile those forages against an area that doesn't have an abundant moisture. We became aware of the possibility of being more effective in keeping our range in good condition by rotating the cattle, so that the majority of the ranch during the growing season, the cattle aren't on it.
The reason why we rest the pasture is that when the cows go through the ranch and then the pasture gets rain on it, then it will grow grass, and then the cows come back to that pasture. So it's kind of a full circle.
We've been able to improve our drought resistance through pasture management. By being able to have more rest in our pastures, grow more forage for next year by not having cattle in there, lets us go year over year without having to make drastic management decisions.
Water is essential, and it's very sparse and hard to come by in this country.
Putting tanks and strategically placing tanks in different areas of the pasture have allowed the cows to go and graze areas that predominantly they might not have grazed because there was no water.
The things we've done to improve the land and the water, we've seen great improvement in the wildlife. We've seen more deer and bighorn sheep and turkey.
I love what I do because it fills my heart. It gives me great pride to see my kids and my parents all together.
It's the best. It's the best life, to be with your kids and to be in the great outdoors and to see God's creation every day.
To say that I love this land is even not enough of an expression of how we feel about this, how blessed we are that the Lord has put us in this position where we can be here, we can grow our family here, that we can leave a legacy behind.
The Environmental Stewardship Award is given by the National Cattlemen's Beef Association and National Cattlemen's Foundation. It also wouldn't be possible without the generous sponsorships of the NRCS, Corteva Agriscience, and the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service. You can visit environmentalstewardship.org for more information. Over the years, there have been hundreds of beautiful photos taken as part of the Environmental Stewardship Award program. These photos captured the winners in action, caring for their land and their cattle. For this week's Legacy Photos, we thought we'd share a few of these amazing images. Now you may wonder, just how do you win the Environmental Stewardship Award? First, you have to be nominated. Any organization or individual can nominate a beef producer for the Environmental Stewardship Award. After that, a committee of experts from both inside and outside the cattle industry evaluates each nominee and picks a winner from each NCBA region. The selection committee looks for sound conservation practices, as well as the ability to serve as spokespersons for the beef cattle industry. You can also download a copy of the nomination packet at environmentalstewardship.org. Well, that wraps up this special edition of NCBA's Cattlemen to Cattlemen. Thanks so much for spending time with us. We'll see you again next week right here on RFD TV.